I had a client who sold a $15,000 program off a tiny challenge. And that makes sense because, of course you could sell something higher because there's more intimacy. And so I had a lot of people saying, oh, I've been doing group challenges and it's not really working. And maybe they've made $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 and they feel like they're taking a step back by doing this. When in fact, if they've got the experience and they've got skill set and they're good at what they do, imagine they could sell a $20,000 program off. And I believe that would be very, very possible. Like you would do that. Yeah.
Well, let me tell you my $1 million idea I had 5 minutes ago. When you were saying that, I was just like, because first I'm like, oh, this is such a good thing for beginners. And all of a sudden I was like, okay, what if I want to do this? What if I said, I'm going to do a 5-day one-on-one challenge. And I put out to my audience at this point, and I'm like, you're going to 5 1 hours with me. We're going through a process and a framework to get you, and maybe it's webinars. I'm going to help you to structure and build out a webinar. It's $100,000 for a 5-day challenge, one-on-one with me. I think I could sell that. I think I could sell, I think I could sell 5 or 10 of them, maybe one a week for the next 10 weeks, right? And then structure that the 5 days. And the end of the 5 days, to say something like, hey, based on this, you paid $100,000 for this. I have a $250,000 offer where you actually come out here for a full 1 day. We're going to build out the rest of it, and you have a chance to do a presentation of my event or whatever, do a webinar, and it's $250,000. You already spent 100, so we'll apply that. So it's like extra $150,000. You do that. Like I could sell a $100,000 tiny challenge into a $250,000 consulting day. I think
that is so cool.
Long. Isn't that interesting?
That is
all right,
so
I'm done.
cool.
I'm just going to tiny challenges. Like, because I think about like the big challenges.
Tiny challenge.
Because the big challenges are like I love big. Obviously, I love big challenges. A lot of people, a lot of mass. But you're selling a $1,000 offer or whatever. And so there's like there's the people who want premium, there's people who want low ticket. And so it's kind of like you're targeting this group in the middle. But I think with tiny challenges, again, you can target that group. But you can also just shifting around. Like if Dan Kennedy charged me $50,000 to do 5 1-hour calls with me for a week, and the end of it pitched, I get to come hang out with him. He's gonna write my copy for done. I wouldn't think twice about it. You know what I mean? Like what if I just did 1 or 2 of those a month? Anyway, I don't know. That's just kind of an interesting mind.
I would do that.
You just had me. Yeah.
Yeah. Now that got me thinking. Wow, that's amazing.
All right, this is now tiny challenges to huge challenges. Anyway, that's cool. Okay, back to...
It doesn't have to be 5, it could be 3 calls. We recommend minimum 3 calls, maximum 7 calls. So 3 to 7 is a sweet spot. 5 is just a good number.
Very cool. Okay, so now I want some data based on the clients and students you have going through this process. Like and I know with close rates, it's all over the place. So I'm curious, like what is it looking like? Is 1 out of 10 or signing up?
3 out of 10.
3 out of 10.
We've never had someone do 0 out of 10. It's the average is 3 out of 10 in the first 10, and then the averages go up on the next 10. Then it becomes 4 out of 10, and the next 10 is 5 or 6 out of 10. They just get better. And so our record student, she's done like 55 of these, and her first 10 was like 3 out of 10. But then towards the back end, she was closing 7 out of 10. It just became, and she became addicted to it. She didn't want to do group challenges. It's like,
this is way better.
Yeah, it is. It just was working.
What price point was she selling that? I'm curious on her.
5,000.
5,000.
It didn't start 5,000. The first one's 2,000 and it went up.
You get more confident. Yeah,
of course.
And get better and better. And then the fulfillment, like you said that you asked them kind of what the fulfillment looked like, but traditionally, what is it? Is it like doing more one-on-one calls? Is it transition?
More of the same. So basically they got 5 days of one-on-one, and then you're selling like what you said, like about 1 day one-on-one, or they usually sell like 3 months or 6 months of one-on-one coaching.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah. You want to hear something really cool?
Yeah.
Because the next stage is, people think group challenge is the next stage, but actually one of my students did what she called a hybrid challenge. I'm like, what's that? Because she transitioned from tiny to group, but then she had like 10 people in the group, and only 5 could show up. And then I said, what did you do with the other 5? I did a tiny challenge. And so it was a 100% show up rate for a small challenge, and she called it a hybrid challenge. I'm like, that's amazing. And so 100% show rate. So she did group, so the people could show up to the group calls, and then the people who couldn't show up, she did them one-on-one.
Interesting. What if I saw another idea. What if you did something where, again, I'm thinking about my life, like if I do a $100,000 5-day with somebody, but then that people pay $1,000 to listen in and just watch it.
Whow.
Because then it's like you get the $100,000 per person, and then you get 10 people to pay you, whatever.
That would be
20
huge.
or 30 people. That could be really fascinating.
Like the decade in a day. Like
100%. Yeah. To watch other people get coached through it would be
that was more valuable for me than that day.
Richmond flew 18 hours to Boise, Idaho for a 15-minute consult with him. But you were in the room for 1 day and then you flew back out, which is crazy. And thank you. That was amazing that you did that. But yeah, there's something valuable about that. Like I wonder if you could sell tickets to, anyway, sorry. There's so many iterations off of this that are really interesting and fascinating. Man, I want to do one really bad right now. Anyway, sorry, I digress.
And you'll be attracting the best clients too for what you're thinking. It'll be amazing.
So cool. Okay, my next question for you then. So you talked about how some of your clients have gotten to these high, it wasn't just like they made 30 grand or 50, like they're getting higher levels. Is it mostly just they keep doing it, or are they moving from one thing to the next, or like what are the other ways to keep increasing the prices,
or increasing the price of the offer,
or just the what they're making through these funnels?
Yeah, so they just keep doing keep on doing the same. Like this, you never run out of leads because I mean
you only need one.
Yeah, you're only doing one. Exactly. You only need one. Put an ad out, spend $30 days. That's it. If you wanted to run ads, like I mean, it's too easy. Like you may get 10 people apply, but the show up rate is 100% because the reason why people don't show up is either not relevant or the time doesn't work. Yeah. But it's a tiny challenge, so the time always works.
Yeah, make the time work whenever they're going to schedule it.
Exactly.
Oh, it's so fascinating. This is like one of the most simple, most brilliant things I think I've ever heard.
Yeah.
It's cool because you're structuring it as a challenge. Because think about this, like when you're doing pro bono work, you're selling coaching calls. I'm going to do 6 coaching calls and they're expecting coaching calls. So the challenge is different, right? You're like, you have the ability to set the tone on number one and the ability to sell at the end because it's framed in a way that's not like, wait, I thought I was getting free coaching. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly. So I believe in the next 6 months, or once tiny challenges become the thing, there'll be no more pro bono coaching. Like tiny challenge will be the immediate next step. Like pro bono will be dead because it does the pro bono in one. Yeah.
So fascinating. I didn't know what to ask you because lead gen's simple on this. The funnel's simple. The follow through simple. The sales script is simple.
The tech
is simple.
And the hardest is to help someone make the first 10K. Like that is the hardest dollar. Yeah.
Man, such a cool thing. Well, dang, what are we missing? What are other things people should be thinking about?
With tiny challenges, I would say, I'm
legit like right now. Are you guys freaking out a little bit too?
Oh, I love your $1 million idea. Like that a high ticket tiny challenge. Wow.
Yeah, think about like any market this would work in. I'm thinking because for me, it's like even doing a big challenge. Like you said, there's a lot of work that goes into like maybe you're doing a big challenge. I'm like, this would be something simple. Like I could just have one client a week to go through the product. I'm spending an hour a day in my week for this really cool thing that leads to $1 million day or whatever those things are at the back of it. Like that becomes worth my time even. Because initially I was thinking like, who's going to spend the time to do a tiny, like a one-on-one challenge? Like in my mind, I was get to be a complete beginner because it's not going to worth your time. But even at my level, it's like, it'd still be worth my time if that was just structuring the payment differently, but the same outcome, the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Yeah, maybe you know what? Maybe I'll borrow your idea and I'll run the first one, let you know how it goes, and sell one-on-one.
We're gonna race because I'm gonna do it tonight because I'm gonna email my list. I was thinking like, just how cool would that be to? Anyway, whoever's the first one is gonna get the best traction because it's such a unique thing that everyone's gonna copy us. Yeah. So we got to make sure we implement this before this video goes live on YouTube.
That's true.
By the time you guys see this, it'll be live and it'll actually be happening, which will be amazing.